Welcome to the clashing of steel.
And in this match, I, at the end, actually rely heavily on the Horsemen. Horsemen are often units that can go do their own thing, because there is no point for them to just wait behind a pointless line that is already well defended. I am playing elephants and spearmen with the Hashrapal. That should come as a no surprise. But because there are so many range units in this match and, well, they aren't defended, the catapults were not my priority, so he should have positioned himself better. My focus was more on the slingers and archers. That is how we lost the biggest part of our firepower. Nice. I probably could have made it to defend these catapults, but I made a different choice, so... The biggest problem I see here is that we haven't gone into the forest. We haven't done anything in the forest. I mean, the slingers are doing their thing, they're shooting rocks at them. Our archers are advancing, but do they really expect to stay defended with the swordsmen? I mean, I'm quite sure these are the swordsmen that will hit the first thing that they see. The other elephant player tries to play like most elephants players play, but at least he's wary. He tries to be careful of the engagements he picks. Personally, I don't like the heavy aggression by these swordsmen. I think that is unnecessary and unwise. I mean, if they would go there and keep the vision on them while the archers harass them, that would be great. But that might be hard to do. So this is where the horsemen come in. They make a lovely charge, cut down the first light artillery, go after the second one. Infantry wasn't fast enough to countercharge them, and, well, they haven't deployed or perhaps even bought stakes. So that should be a must-have. We do have some friendlies who got a bit punished and are now going around, and friendlies who are getting punished. Yeah, I have to deal with this. Nice. This is the big problem that can often happen. Swordsmen leave your range units undefended. Then, let's say you're playing a combination like I am, you won't have basically anything to leave and defend these units. Although in this combination I actually can leave my spearmen behind, I still wouldn't, because I know how it will end for the elephants. And, well, as it was to be expected, swordsmen in the forest, and that is not going well. That won't go well. Even the elephants, oh god, yeah, that's just horrible. Swordsmen are wasting away, elephants, well, they died in a meaningless engagement with nothing to gain. It's not like any of these elephant players were smart. Horsemen are probably the only decent thing moving around in this place. They know kinda what to do, where to handle themselves, and can manage most fights. Plus, elephants don't do that much damage to them. And it appears that horsemen caught horsemen. I'm guessing this is Scipio versus Sulla, yeah. I have only one question. Is Whip and Prescription better than Oath of Preservance? I would guess that Sulla would beat that because Oath has been nerfed to shreds. And of course I have to deal with this. Nice. And now come back the swordsmen from the forest, who could have been here a long while ago. So what interesting did you see there? Nothing? That's what I thought. I would love to get out of this horrible place ASAP. Horsemen are harassing us. A lot of opponents are in the forest, and I'm gonna say there are a lot of ranged opponents as well. Yeah. So this is a horrible place for us. We're like a target for them. But it appears that nobody actually wants to move. Oh, and here comes a little surprise. I just love it how they fear elephants. Even a single elephant will cause them to turn around. Like, nope, not going this way. I know it is all nice and well to harass the range units, slingers, but you're gonna be soon harassed as well, so it would be best if we would get the hell out of here. No, yeah, let's go closer. That's a great plan. That's a good plan. Let's do that. God, this match was so out of my control. Perhaps we could have gone now, but no. At least the horsemen are all alive, and that is a great thing, actually, because they're gonna be the ones who will be turning this match around. But the really sad part is that they're on the other side of the map. And this is where we actually could have gone back, but no, they all want to go this way. So as long as slingers want to take a chance, I'm gonna sacrifice one of my elephants in hopes of spotting range units that the slingers can basically harass or perhaps even kill. But no, the slingers are gonna have another visit from the horsemen. which of course the swordsmen don't know how to cover. Yeah. I tried to cover this rear side, but yeah, thank you for that. But no one ever seems to come my way, and well, my elephant is gone now. He suffers a huge penalty to melee defense and movement speed as well. At least finally he's targeting the ranged units. I mean, that should have been his goal all along. He should have gone a bit further out. I could have easily scouted with single elephant. But unfortunately it ended up being an unnecessary sacrifice, which is also sad. Well, even I ain't perfect, and this match basically blew my mind 24/7. I was confused half of the time. What should I do? What should be the right actions? As I did know the right actions, it seemed that other players didn't know them, and that's why it seemed so horrible. I mean, like all of us here, the swordsmen, spearmen, elephants and slingers, we don't have that great chances. Not unless the horsemen make their way here. I also try to learn how my team members play. So this action here by these 3 sword units, that was not surprising. But unfortunately me and the slingers have noticed that we need to go and defend the base. So something is finally going the way that I would have planned it. If only these swordsmen would have come with us, we might have actually had great chances. And we could have used these horsemen long ago. That's another sad part, or sad thing about it. About the poor situation we are in. It is time to defend our base, and hopefully the horsemen are realizing it. They should have made their way back towards us long ago. We could have focused down this group of units, taking care of them, and then focusing back where they were. But instead we are spread into 2 locations, and in both situations we don't have the upper hand. Slingers do save us here a bit, but that is just a bit. The big problem is that we don't have any units to defend the slingers basically. My spearmen are moving, but well, they aren't as fast as one might think, even with a charge. Fortunately, the slingers make a clever move of going around the corner, so they can avoid a lot of the charge impact, which is incredibly great and works wonders. Finally in this match I feel like I have something important to do. I mean, the slingers are gonna die, there is no question about it. They're gonna get hammered from all sides. But fortunately the horsemen have made their way back. And the slingers still have a task to do. They need to decap these opponents. The only thing I can do is force them to run with my elephants and slow them down a bit. But I can't take care of them. And now that the cavalry has arrived, it is time to take down the arrogant archers. I feel so good. It actually shows that opponents have bigger numbers than we do. But the big part about that is that they have elephants that are at their base. I think there might be sword unit or spear unit as well, but since they are so far apart, and we now finally have horsemen, we finally have a chance. As much as I have hated this fight till this very moment, things are somewhat turning around. I feel jolly, because I know that they're bound to suffer. And the other player with the horsemen is making his way back as well. They would have probably had better chances of focusing us down than going for the cap. I mean, they would have had such a suppressing archer fire. But instead they went into 2 parts, one dealing with the swordsman and the other one going for the cap. Instead they could have gone in full force for the cap, and we would have had a hard time dealing with that. Perhaps they would have even won. So this is how the horsemen brought us the victory. They are dealing with the ranged units. We didn't have the capabilities of dealing with the ranged units ourselves. So now that the horsemen are back from raiding, it is time to tell these archers that they have lived long enough. Oh, I know this clever trick. Trying to fire at me. Nope, not going to work. That is not going to work on me. I ain't that naive, mate. Cleverly trying to set one barrage into my rear. Nope, I ain't gonna take anything from you. Ah, and the horsemen are here. This is your reward for being nasty and annoying. And that just felt so good. So this is how the horsemen basically saved this match. Although I'm guessing they could have been here a bit earlier, they could have dealt with them at certain points or certain moments. Fortunately, they were still a big part of my team, and perhaps even a vital part. Because without them, if it would have been 2 units of swordsmen, things might have not gone that well. In some matches there are just these vital units that you need. In this one it was the Horsemen, because opponents had the ranged units that we could not deal with. In some other matches, vital units might be spearmen or archers or something else. But okay, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Although I am leading in my team, you can see already the Horsemen are right at my heels. Most of my score is based upon missile block, which I got from that dying unit, I guess. I did some decapping, some offense, and a little bit of support as well. Horsemen mostly did offense, they got some other scores a bit as well. Slingers did a lot of decapping, fortunately, they got their score from that, or most of it anyways. Opponents are also led by elephants, and, well, my friendly elephants died in a miserable, horrible way. Lovely. The second player in the opposing team are the archers who were capturing at our base that the slingers decapped. And third are the horsemen, Greek horsemen, that harassed the slingers quite a lot. What really disappoints me in this scoreboard are my friendly elephants. They did basically nothing to the opposing elephants and just went to their own death. We were lucky that the 2 out of the 3 horsemen players in the opposing team got dealt with pretty much at the beginning of the match. Or perhaps it was in the middle of the match. So that only the Greek one could harass us, or the slingers more precisely. Well, this was pretty much it. This was a horrible match where I had trouble working with my team, where my team members did not seem to act rationally, although fortunately the slingers did in the end, and support from the horsemen was long overdue. But well, since the horsemen saved us, they deserve this victory the most. And of course the decapping slingers as well. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.